right, everybody, welcome to the Mandalorian. We don't have an episode chapter for this one. This is just going to be our,
Brown
final
Eyes
thoughts.
Volume 2.
Brown Eyes Volume 2. We'll final recap and us just gushing over it again for the next hour. And
or just,
so I'll just
brown eye.
Brown eye. So we'll get right into it. Introductions. Hailing from Detroit Rock City, we have artist, photographer, extraordinary, legal. I don't know. I was going with that. Anyway, fuck you, Nico.
Gangster rapper,
Yeah.
former independent professional wrestler, guy who loves Star Wars, and
Most
what's
importantly,
what's up, my fellow nerds?
There
What's
you
up,
go.
my bros?
Yeah. All the way out there in Denver, Colorado. I think I always forget.
Yes.
We have Chris Sturm. I was thinking. I just remember it's Aurora, but I think
Dude,
or
I
near
know
Aurora.
it's north of Aurora.
Denver,
said.
the last dinosaur, keeps my friend and so much more. What?
And last but not least, hailing all the way from Spokane, Washington, owner and proprietor of Access Cannabis, CEO of Gyronaut Industries, Wayne Fort.
Hello there.
Hello there, General Kenobi.
You can find Nico at Nico Tronus on Instagram, and I believe also the same for Facebook. You can find Christopher Sturm at plastic.swayze, and Wayne is at Gyronaut.
That's it.
It's not like NAUGHT, right?
It is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, hit him up. Wayne makes these cool little detolfs. He sells them, so hit him up if you would like a mini detolf. Do you have
Tiny
one?
Tolf.
A tiny tolf.
Dude, I saw you share the picture from Wayne's Instagram of my shelf.
Yeah.
With the helmets on it. That shit's pretty tight, dude.
Good shot, Chris. I really appreciate you guys giving some shots for my
dude,
Insta.
I'm actually
new, so I appreciate it.
I'm actually displaying the Din Djarin figure without the helmet, with his face on it, just so I can put that helmet, the Mando helmet, in my fucking detolf.
Is that helmet? Is that it? Is that an extra head, or is that like a helmet like Rex's?
No,
the helmet slides off.
Yeah, it just slides on, slides off. Yeah.
Sexy Rexy.
Like, I mean, that's how the first Mando is too, except it's not Pedro Pascal's head under the helmet. It's just some blank, nondescript head under the helmet.
Wait,
you know
from
what
the Black Series?
Huh? Yeah.
I never pulled his head off.
Oh, yeah. All of the previous ones, like, it's actually just like the new Stormtrooper and the Clone Trooper, where there's a head under the helmet, but it's a blank head. And the Armorer is the same way. It's just like a blank gray plastic head that,
I've never pulled any of those off. But that's cool that they're hollow helmets.
Yeah.
If you want to use them for a shot or
theoretically, as long as you can like pry your way through like all that fucking rotten ass Hasbro factory glue that they slapped on the heads to attach the helmets. So
that's true. Yeah, maybe that's why
I've
never pulled it off, because
most people have, because of that reason, because they typically they end up destroying the helmet just to get the head out.
Remind me, does like I know Commander Wolf has a regular face, but do Bly and Gree, do they all have heads under their helmets?
I don't think all of them do.
I think Gree came out a long time ago, so I would guess probably not. That was OG Toys R Us exclusive, I thought.
Yeah, he was.
I know Wolf has a head. He's got a regular
Wolf has a head,
right?
So, yeah, Wolf was a newer one. Fox doesn't.
Okay.
From what I recall.
Anyway, what I was thinking is if I could get at least like 3 heads, I could do shots. I could put the heads on the 3 Ahsoka troopers. If I could do shots with them holding their helmets and shit like that, which would be cool.
Totally.
I know these things have
yeah, they have heads under there.
Yeah, but they're like glued on and
yeah,
and not painted also.
This is true. You would have to paint. Here's
this guy's got a face.
I'm so happy with these, man. I can't believe
one of the heads right here.
They actually shipped. I was really
actually
happy.
Looks really good too, dude.
Yeah, they're all great sculpts. Like I made it a point to put one aside to use for Boba Fett because it's like a bald head under the stormtrooper helmet, and the one that's under the Camino clone is this one that I just showed you guys with like the flat top. So at least there's options, you know.
They should have gave him a flat
Definitely.
top with fenders, like Streets of Fire movie. Fucking Willem Dafoe.
I have so many Camino troopers and clones right now that I'm really happy with that. I'd love to do like a battalion shot or something.
Dude, I got a fucking
Hell yeah.
Stormtroopers, the new ones.
Gang gang.
Fucking down, dude.
Yeah, I have the clone troop, the Walgreens one. I think I have like 3 or 4 of the Phase 1. I think I have 3 or 4 of the Camino ones. I got all the commanders. Now I have 3 of these. Anyway, what are you smoking tonight, Nico?
Oh, my good old THCA.
Yeah. Fuck, I don't have a lighter.
Your boy.
What's that?
I was just gonna say, what's everybody else smoking on tonight?
Yeah. What do you got, Chris?
The same actually, if you can believe
Same
it,
shit?
because I have a fuckload of it.
Nice. I approve. This is the
yeah.
way.
The Vanilla Kush
Ta-da.
Harmony Extracts.
And Wayne, what are you smoking?
I got some of this hot yellow snot, but I'm not exactly sure what it is, so we'll just call it Mando.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, dope.
That's a trend. I like it. You don't know what it is, it's Mando something.
No Kush. All right, boyos.
Yeah, I just got some weed.
And what about
I'm
you,
gonna-
pal?
I got some stuff that I don't know what it's called, but it's nice flower. It smells delicious, and it tastes amazing. And I also still have some of this caviar left.
You got that. You
Nice.
puffing on that Mando haze, huh?
Yeah,
Dude, I'm telling some of the
Hands
unnamed
black.
weed, like
Yeah.
at my old job, this dude who lived up in the mountains just like would throw seeds into the ground and let them grow. And every year his shit would be just danker and danker, but he would always come down and be like, "Hey, little brother," and I'd go in to shake his hand and he'd like pull me in and fucking
I remember that dude.
yeah, you probably heard him multiple
Yeah.
times. That's
You
cat.
should. I think like you threw him on the sesh a couple of times too. Just show him you were talking to
He's
your buddies.
so cool, dude. Yeah, and he'd always give me nugs, dude, and it was like it progressively
tight.
got better and better and better, dude. Like
Nice.
yeah, no name weed. I'm kind of a fan of that.
Hell
All
yeah.
right, boys. I'm gonna go get a lighter. You guys don't wait for me. Fire it up. All right, fellas, let's get into business here. So we had a whole week since it ended to let everything marinate, do some rewatches. I didn't rewatch the entire thing, episode 1 to 8, but I kept watching like random, like I watched like the Ahsoka one, and then I was like, all right, well, I went back and watched the first episode, and then I skipped forward, and I basically watched them all. But yeah, I just I don't even know how to like react right to it, just because it was just like it was so great.
Best show
It's-
on TV right now.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like, and I think that's like a big part of it is like the ending is so overwhelming and it's so powerful. It's so good that like it's almost like once you know how the season ends, and there's a bunch of great episodes, but like once you see that, when you see fucking Luke, like it's just like boom, wow. Everything
makes
else,
everything, dude. Like, cause Luke's taking Grogu under his wing now.
yeah.
and you see little moments between Din and Grogu where you're like, dude, all right, this is tight. It just means more because you know what's gonna happen later, if that makes sense, you know?
Totally.
I'm loving all the Kylo, like the memes with Kylo going like,
Oh, stay home from
Stay
school.
home from
It's
school,
kind of
yeah.
fucked,
I
dude, to
get
make
bullied
jokes about that,
every
but
day.
at the same time,
yeah, with
it's a
him
reality.
from Marriage
and
Story
it's
where he's
funny.
yelling.
Yeah. I get bullied every day in Jedi school by Grogu.
The Star Wars memes are hot right now.
Dude, they're popping, man. Yeah.
This is the way.
The only one I've thought of so far is the frog lady and her husband hugging, and she's touching his face, and where it says where she's touching his face, I'll send it if you want to put it on here, but it just says me, and then where his face is, it just said garlic bread, so it's basic. But
That's right, you're in that garlic bread group.
it's best thing, man.
They all about that medical marinara.
So I'd imagine that, you know, further rewatches as I will throughout the year. Like right now, I feel like I'm looking at it with like such a fanboy, like just gushing over it right now. So I'm not like, not that I would be nitpicky, but like I'm when other people say things that are probably critically make sense, and I'm just like, fuck you, no, it's amazing. And so I would imagine after a while I'll have a chance to not critique it, but like look at it from a perspective where I'm not just like fucking so happy like a fangirl.
I feel
the
you,
Beatles.
because if you watch some of the first episodes on season 1, like I was, even the last time I was watching it before the season started, but it had been a while since I've watched the early ones, and you notice things where he has the one unpainted Beskar pauldron. It swaps shoulders a couple of times when he's learning to ride the blurgs, and just the little things like that where you're like, okay, that's how that happened, you know, a little. But that came after a long time, almost a whole year of that season being out. I started noticing that stuff, so I'm picking up what you're saying. So I'm thinking maybe this time next year when we're getting ready to be watching season 3 and shit, dude, we'll be like, oh hey, there's something like that was like a little weird, but right now it's just all fucking rose tinted glasses.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it's funny, like, because seeing like the gallery show and seeing how they kind of walk through a little bit of some of the stuff. Like, one of the things that really jumped out at me was how right I was about the Dark Troopers and them using stop motion animation techniques in order to make their movements look all robotic and shit.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So like they filmed them on high speed, like, digital film, and when you do that, you move extra slow so that when they put that into the production of the full scene, they can edit and make the robots look even more robotic. Like, so you don't even notice that those are actually dudes in suits, and then they just put a little, sweet computer CGI cherry on top of them to tighten it all up.
But they weren't animatronic. It was people in suits, and
they're literally dudes in suits that, like, they're putting, like, they show you in gallery where, like, the guys are in the costumes and they're standing there on the set, and like they were filming the scene where the two droids up in front start punching on the doorway, and there was no door, and they were like they're literally counting them down and telling them, okay, 3, 2, 1, arms up, now hold it, hold,
oh, that's so funny.
hold,
It's
start punching.
And you just like all slow, dude. I gotta watch that, dude. I gotta check out that gallery.
It's pretty cool. Like, there's some cool little things like that are in there that, that make it neat. But I'm hoping we're getting more episodes of this, because, like the guide on Disney Plus says episode 1, but it doesn't. Nobody said that this is going to be like a full season, like the first season was.
That might just be how they have their structure set up.
Yeah.
They might just automatically say episode 1 or something like that for like a TV show.
Was the first episode of the first season of that? Did it span the whole series?
No, it was an episode for each episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
They basically covered all kinds of stuff.
I can't remember because it's been so long, since that came out.
Yeah.
I forget, Wayne. You said you didn't see it, right? The Gallery.
I haven't watched this one yet. I watched the Gallery for last season, and it was really great. I just hadn't gotten around to this one.
I actually didn't mind the fact you said you didn't like it because it was, and I would have watched it even if it was 8 episodes, but I didn't mind that I was able to see all of it, like in one shot, like just for me, like just like time wise, I didn't have to watch like a whole season of something, but not that I wouldn't have, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Just do it all in one and then be done with it. Yeah, they're probably busy, dude, working on other shit. That's why.
Yeah, that's the other side, and like even this one episode, they didn't have the sit down round table with like all the actors or anything, or any of the directors or anything. It was basically all on the set while they're filming kind of stuff. So I mean, it's still really cool, but it could have been more like last year.
I wonder if COVID had anything to do with that too.
Also, could have been, yeah. COVID has something to do with everything these days.
Yeah, and on top of that, they were filming season 2 when season 1 premiered. So keep that in mind too. That was like November 2019, and they were, I remember they did like a premiere in California where they showed like the first 2 or the first 3 episodes in one showing, and they had just come from the set of filming on season 2 before they actually showed up to the premiere to do the whole premiere. So, they probably were.
A few things I really liked about it was they had a couple like little cool like insider like film stuff where they showed did they name it Moff Gideon's destroyer or cruiser?
The light cruiser is all they referred to it as.
They were showing how they had like a basically like a model of that for like a bunch of shots, so that was really cool to see.
That was dope.
I like when they were talking about the Ahsoka's lightsabers and Luke's lightsaber, about how like I guess I don't know, did they used to do it before? Was it like did they do that like in post? Like did they add these lightsabers in CGI?
Yeah, it was basically like the same kind of deal that you do in Photoshop or I do in PixArt, where it was like they were slapping something over it.
Just motion, yeah. They actually had like it would almost look like real lightsabers. Like obviously they didn't extend, but you could see the light do it. And so I guess they were talking about how lightsaber technology has come so far since the last time they were shooting live action lightsabers. This is the first time we've seen a lightsaber live action in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're able to actually now use them as a light source for filming to like frame the shot. So like when they had like Ahsoka like in all dark, and then she lights up her sabers, and then it just lights up her face. And same thing with Luke, which is I think that's pretty cool. I would give anything for a legit lightsaber prop from a Star Wars thing.
When the first episode of this show started, before we even saw Grogu at the end, if you had told me, oh, by the end of the second season, you're gonna see fucking 3 different lightsabers all lit up, four, excuse me,
4, yeah, that's right.
And I'd be like, yeah, fucking right, dude. Okay, like this ain't one of the movies, and it actually happened. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Apparently, Filoni was like super adamant about the lightsaber designs being perfect. The one guy was telling him how they kept having to redo Ahsoka's lightsabers because they would make them like too big or too chunky looking. He was like, nah, but he's like, well, we can't fit all the electronics. He's like, you'll figure it out.
The third party community is strong. There's websites for that.
Yeah, right.
And it was cool, not just Ahsoka's sabers, but Dave was they showed a couple shots of them being shown like a prototype of the Darksaber.
Yeah.
And Dave was like, "What? Why is it silver?" And like he was just like, "Oh no, no." Like you could see it on his face, and you could hear like in the little clip that he was just like, "Nope." Like this needs to progress. And like I think John Favreau was like kind of giving him shit, but they started to like overlay audio from something else over it, so you didn't get the conversation or what was said between
Yeah, yeah.
but
Get a lip reader in there.
yeah,
I would love to be the fly in the wall, hearing the back and forth between Favreau and Filoni. I mean,
100%.
they must have amazing, communication and amazing ideas to be able to work together like they do.
Mhm.
One thing that the gallery did. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna just throw out there. It's like, imagine you're sharing a toy collection with somebody else. That's what it is.
Yeah.
There
And
you
it's
go.
like, hey, I'm gonna use these figures over here and do this story, and
I'll make
then
sure
you-
it's okay. Better make it look right. Yeah, that's tight, dude. That's a good analogy.
The only equivalent I can think of is back when the two Harbaugh brothers each were the head coaches of football teams in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You guys remember that at all?
Yeah.
I do remember that.
The Broncos should have been
It's-
in
it's
that.
like-
Oh my god, dude, don't remind me.
It's like they were both playing Madden, but with real football players. And it's like, Dave is playing Star Wars, only it's really with real
Yeah.
Star Wars.
One cool thing about the gallery was that there was a lot of like really awesome feel good moments, because this season they introduced like a lot of like first time live action characters. Well, not a lot, but you know what I mean. And then the whole thing with Tamu, I can never pronounce his name.
Tem. Call him Tem.
Tem. The guy, the clone guy.
Morris.
Him being involved, and like him being just like so happy that he got to play like awesome ass badass Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Dude, think about all the characters he's played in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Dude, think about all the characters he's gonna play in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's like this guy is like
I hope
That,
you're ready
man.
to not get sick of his face, because you're gonna own a bunch of action figures with his face on it.
Yeah. I like
the clone blanks are and the stormtrooper blanks are definitely proof that there's a lot of his prints coming.
Mm-hmm.
I like the part with Katie Sackhoff, with Dave Filoni telling the story about him like joking around with her, like back when they were doing the cartoon, and him saying like, yeah, you never know, this might be a live action thing to play in this, and her just going, no, and actually having that happen, like he said that, like it was like just so like mind blowing when she walked into the room with the armor on for the first time, and it was just I can only imagine like for Filoni, like seeing that and then seeing like the first time seeing like Ahsoka like it's doing a scene like that had to be like it had to make him so happy that it made me like happy. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like I feel like his happiness through this whole thing.
It was probably like having a kid.
Yeah.
Like, because seriously, Ahsoka's a character that he and George created for the Clone Wars, and when you think about
too, right?
What's that?
Bo too, right?
Yeah, Bo as well. And when you think about that, and it's like you spent all this time being creative and coming up with this stuff, and Dave in particular, because he was the one that like drew Ahsoka, that like conceptualized her appearance and everything. So it's like when you take all of that into account, it's just got to be like a mind-blowing moment to see that in live action on the set with like the tattoos on the face and the Leku and the lightsabers, all of it. Just like it had to be just like seeing, your kid being born.
My loins. My loins have
Katie Sackhoff did a great job.
I love Katie Sackhoff, but she plays that character, and she's really good at playing that like on that fucking badass
Dude,
Carrie, yeah.
she's in this show called Longmire that I was watching for a little bit. I kind of dropped off it after a season or two, but it was she's a good character in that.
Yeah.
It's like a sheriff deputy or something.
Nice.
I mean, she's basically Starbuck, you know what I mean? She's just a badass spaceship.
I wonder if she's gonna try to get on Din's dark saber, so she has some kind of be the queen of Mandalore or something.
Yeah.
If she can't rule.
She's like, all right, fine, you can rule, but I'm gonna drool. I don't know. Rhyme it.
Yeah, I would imagine that they're gonna start out next season with them like being I don't know. They have to have them be like a very pretty important part.
There's gonna be some kind of downfall. I just still wanna know why the fuck she can't just be like, he's like, I yield. That's yielding a battle.
Yeah, we were talking about this last week too, and it was kind of like I'm okay with it, but yeah, like we were trying to trace how she got the dark saber in the first place. Like, I don't think she won a battle for it unless it's something that we don't know about.
Well, no, she didn't win a battle. She was handed the dark saber by Sabine with the intent in Rebels, with the intent that she would then take over the leadership of Mandalore. But when they asked, who did you defeat for this blade? There was no one. She was literally handed the blade. And, they didn't respect that. They didn't look at her as Mandalore because of that, because she didn't defeat Maul for it. It was stolen from his home, but.
Yeah. No, I get it. So she didn't want to go through that again. It doesn't make sense.
Shouldn't yielding go as she defeated him?
So if you think about it, maybe normally it would, but since the thing before happened, then that's not enough this time. So this time she has to fight.
Putting that together, maybe you're right. Yeah, that's good.
That was why, like, she kept saying, you guys do whatever it is you need to do, but Gideon is mine. That's why she, like, I think she says it like 3 or 4 times before they get to the ship.
Yeah. So, she even tells Kara that Kara's like, we need him for intel. You can't kill him, and she's like, I don't care. He just has to yield to me.
Yeah.
I just think that at what point does not knowing that you've inherited it, does that count as inheriting it still? It's not like he knew.
But here's the thing. Gideon was playing that as a game. He knew he didn't expect to live, but he knew he wouldn't be able to defeat a Mandalorian, any Mandalorian that tried to fight him in battle.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because he's just a fucking guy.
Yeah. So for him, he gets to mindfuck Bo by being defeated by Din, and then walked in to that room where Bo is, where Casca is, where all the rest of the crew is, and gets walked right in front of her, and just there's Din standing right behind Gideon with the blade ignited.
I love that.
Maybe he didn't have to flex having it ignited. Flex. Like, all right, now fuck, what's up? Like, if you walked in and maybe it wasn't, and he's like, yo, dude, this is your thing. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she wouldn't have got so hurt.
No, she was going to be mad no matter what.
Yeah.
Somehow he took it from her. Somehow Gideon took it from Bo. So we've yet to see that. And I'm thinking,
maybe it'll go back into that, dude.
How did you put it on some Starscream shit?
It's some Starscream.
I think it's like snaky, dude. Like he fucking jacked her or something.
Like his name is Snake of Gideon.
Like he didn't actually defeat her. There's no way. Like he said, he couldn't defeat a Mandalorian.
Yeah. I mean, because he may be an information guy. He may be a knowledgeable guy. The one thing he isn't is a fighter.
I mean, obviously, shit. He goes to strike Din and hits him right in his fucking jetpack. Dude,
Right.
it's not gonna cut through that. Are you fucking dumb?
That's
Like,
a best
hit him in the waist.
jetpack.
Hit him in the waist and
Yeah.
you won right there.
Like, why would you have not just gone right, right for the side? Get the belt, because his belt isn't Beskar. You get the belt, and that's going to go right through his hip, and then he falls to the ground, and the show's over. And now it's called the Giddy Lorian or something.
But yeah, no. So that's apparent. He's not a fighter. He lost it pretty quick too. I thought it would last that little fight, but
Yeah.
no, he made quick work of him with that spear. Fucking
Yeah.
So round the table, we'll start with Nico. Favorite episode this season?
Oh, 16, of course. Luke. The Luke is on fire.
Maybe we should do this without we should ask this question taking that out of the equation because I didn't even think about that.
that's
going
gonna
to
be probably all of our answers.
Yeah.
My favorite. Okay, I would say the Luke is my favorite moment of the series, but as a whole, there was one I liked better.
Fair enough.
Save that for when it gets to me.
Oh, go for it.
Well, yeah.
Man, maybe it is just 16 as a whole, but putting that aside, putting that aside, you know what? Let me mull it over. Why don't we skip it?
All right, Wayne, favorite episode besides the finale?
I would probably say 11. The Frog Lady gets reunited. They complete that whole arc. He meets Bo-Katan for the first time, and we see how badass Mandalorians are.
Mm-hmm.
There's an amazing battle in that scene when they take over the ship.
Cousin
just
Simon.
generally really, yeah. I mean, there are a lot of really great, great moments from other episodes, but I think as a whole, that episode, start to finish, is just because of like I say, it wraps up one arc. And it kind of wraps up two arcs more or less in just, in one episode, which is nice.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
When I was watching the gallery, I forgot that Bryce Dallas Howard directed that, and I was just back to thinking, like, dude, she's responsible for almost like the two of the best episodes of this whole series.
Mm-hmm.
I
love the Razor Crest in that episode, how trashed it was, and Mon Calamari repair at the end.
God,
shout out to the Razor Crest, rest in peace.
R.I.P. for the home.
R.I.P.
Pour out a little.
Yeah.
Pouring some out for you.
I would say, as a whole, my favorite is probably the Bill Burr one. I don't know the chapter.
Space
off the top of
Best.
my head, but yeah, just the character growth.
It had some of the best,
and fucking Mayfeld were astronomical, dude. Like it was
had some of the best writing.
It was great, dude. Loved it. I absolutely loved it. That's probably my favorite, I would say.
Who directed that one again?
That was
was it the tall black dude? Was that who did that one? I can't remember his name.
Rick Fumahia. I don't know if that was his episode. Oh, wait. Yeah. I think that was his episode.
Yeah, because I specifically remember Bill Burr talking about how awesome it was to work with him. So, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, because he also worked with him. He did that, the first season's Bill Burr episode as well. So that was the second time they worked together. And maybe that can be our barometer for season 3. Is if we know that like Rick Fumahia is directing an episode, we'd be like, maybe we're going to space busting.
Yeah, dude, I
love that episode.
I loved him, dude, and the Slave One just fucking going ham.
I love seeing the team dynamic. I think it was the first time we saw, a team, and that was a really cool thing because that comes up later, in the best.
Yeah, that was dope, dude.
That's a fantastic point.
I didn't think Cara Dune was such a good shot. Maybe they could have shown her miss a couple to show how good Fennec is,
Yeah.
But shit, man, that rifle she got is dope. So maybe if she fucking has that within anywhere near it, that fucking bolt coming off that thing is big enough, it's gonna fuck you up.
Well, actually, that's Mando's rifle too. She took that off
she's
the
shooting
razor.
with Mando's rifle.
No, not his specific, not his
'Cause I was gonna say, I
pulsar
thought that was
rifle.
gone.
She took that rifle off of the Razor Crest in the episode she was introduced, and she's
Dude,
been carrying it ever since.
That's right, because there's that scene where they go in like Men in Black style, and they have all the weapons, and they're like, "Which one do you want?" And it's,
dude. Wow, I
Yeah.
completely forgot about that.
good point.
Yeah.
So it is
Yeah.
Mando's rifle. That thing goes ham. All his guns are ham, dude. That sucks that he lost it.
I know, dude. Can you imagine what he had in there that we hadn't seen? Like some kind of crazy ass bolo grenade crossbow rifle or some shit. I don't know.
Dude, could you
I'm
imagine?
definitely
like,
gonna
if,
miss the disintegration rifle.
if
Yeah.
Boba Fett hadn't gotten his armor yet, and the pile of ash in the Razor Crest is just Boba Fett's armor, a spear, and a little fucking ball shift knob.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been a cool shot, but I'm glad he got it and fucked all them up too. So I'm like,
Well, the best car would have survived, but the electronics probably wouldn't have. So it's probably good Boba Fett got that stuff out
armor.
of there
Oh,
before.
you know what? Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I know you guys will probably think that I would say that my favorite episode was the Ahsoka one, and that was my kind of like Luke moment, a moment. But that also that had to be like one of the best ones, because that was Filoni too, and the whole just taking her out of it, just that whole like samurai feel that they had going to it.
Totally.
And, but I actually agree with Wayne. I think my favorite episode was the one that I think is best anyway. Is the Bo-Katan, is the Bryce Dallas Howard one. Just seeing that crew of Mandalorians, just Simon and Bo and Sasha, like that was,
dude, it was dope.
Yeah,
it was so amazing, and just the whole back dynamic with them.
I hope we get X-Wolves back in season 3. Dave,
Yeah,
make it happen,
pretty
bro.
sure.
Even
We like
before,
X-Wolves.
Pretty sure.
before they show up too, dude. When the fucking
Maybe he
Davy
went to go
Jones
get
looking
his cousin.
motherfucker.
Maybe he went to go get his cousin Nico to join the crew.
There you go.
Like,
There you go.
Hey, I'm Mandalorian too. Ah.
Yeah, when that Davy Jones dude fucking hits Grogu into the tank, the tank, and gets swallowed, dude. I'm just like, oh god, dude, it's so tense. And he's in the water, and it was so badass the way they just fucking land, and they show it. I like how they showed it from his point of view too. So like you're looking up through the bars and you see him kind of land, and it's kind of blurry, and you're like, oh shit, dude. He's like, fuck yeah.
I like the
the juxtaposition of them taking their helmet off. And he's like,
that's where I was gonna go with next. Yeah, I like a lot of the character stuff. Just the stuff that you learn about. I mean, we are kind of already knew, but like people that were in the dark, like learned about Mandalore and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like, it was cool seeing the dynamic between those two and them being from the different clans. And then her at the end, kind of, or in the beginning, kind of like throwing his beliefs like at his face, like mockingly, and then at the end, kind of like doing the same, but with in a
like
respectful way. Yeah, like how she kind of like mockingly says this is the way in the beginning, and then by the end she says it earnestly, and it's just like, oh, that's awesome.
And I think meeting them really helps him meeting those Mandalorians helps him later when he's got to go through the mission and take his helmet off, and because he's got to choose between the kid and the Creed at that point, and he chooses the kid. But I think having that interaction with those Mandalorians earlier and saying that not all Mandalorians, will die by that Creed necessarily of the helmet removal made it easier for him to process dealing with doing it himself in order to save the kid.
Knowing that like it's not what he was told his whole life, So take it off, you can never put it back on. And
I was actually just thinking if maybe like and this is something that I guess this is the problem with having beliefs, is that you can kind of like use it to justify whatever you're doing. But like, so say like his creed is he can't take his helmet off, but also part of his creed is that he has to do this thing for the child, and that's definitely something he has to do. And so he can't do both. He can't not take his helmet off and then but he needs to do the other part of the thing that he has to do. So he maybe like in his mind, he said, well, I'm breaking the creed, but I'm also breaking the creed to uphold the creed as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
or maybe
also, once
uphold
he's
his
infused,
quest maybe
the moment
a better way of
the
putting it.
moment he ignited that dark saber, it doesn't matter what creed or what anything
Yeah.
that he was taught. He's Mandalore, and now there is
Yeah.
only one way, the way of the Mandalore, and that's him.
He
So
is the
if he wants to
Mandalore.
take his helmet off, he can take his helmet off. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
anymore. If he wants to put it
Yeah.
back on, he can.
Did I
And
wonder
I
if he
think-
turned around, behind the scenes to everyone that was there because he was in front of them all,
Yeah.
so they still only saw the back of his head.
Yeah. Well, his
Then again,
helmet
like I said,
was.
doesn't matter.
He got scanned, so he's in the system now.
Yeah, that's true too. But like, yeah, that's the
Yeah, I
thing.
wonder if he let them all see his face, or if he put it back on and then turned around. And he's like, "Sorry."
I think in season 3 we're gonna see a Mandalorian civil war. So we'll see people that are, from his former clan, all the children of the Watch, where they're like, we keep the helmet on for everything. And then there's gonna be all the rest of the Mandalorians who don't. And Din's gonna have to like
Unite
try
them
to
or something.
figure something. Yeah.
You got one who fucking sees both sides. It's a good chance he'd be the one to do it.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that, honestly, about next season being some sort of Mandalorian Civil War. Another one, another one. Because they've had a few of them, I believe.
Well, first we have to liberate
Captain
Mandalore,
America and Iron
which
Man
is
in it too. Civil War.
really exciting.
Yeah.
I wonder how many other ships Bo-Katan has now, because we've got Moff Gideon's light cruiser, we've got the ship that they took earlier, so that's two pretty substantial ships to, lead an assault.
And it sounds like that wasn't their first time taking over a ship. So,
yeah.
Fuck, they probably got a little fucking armory, man.
So we might see the assault on Mandalore first thing next season, and that might be really exciting.
Dude, fucking A, man, that would be sick.
I wonder if there are Imperials still on Mandalore. So
I'm sure there are.
They have to go wipe them out.
She talked about retaking Mandalore at the beginning, right? Because he had said, because Bo-Katan had said at the end of 16, I hope you consider rejoining us. And he at the time said, no, Mike needs to take care of this kid. But once that duty's fulfilled, and they're all kind of right there, I assume that,
She did say that, and he did say fair enough.
Well, and he doesn't realize what that sword means. Like, I don't even know if he knows what the Darksaber is when 16 ends. Like, I mean, obviously he knows he's holding on to it.
Important, yeah.
Yeah, like, so it's going to be really interesting. I think that's probably going to be like some of the most fun of this new season.
How many times do you have to retake Mandalore?
As many times as I have to.
It's like saving Matt Damon from space.
Matt Damon.
I actually just started playing for the first time Battlefront 2.
Dude, that game
is a fantastic game.
It's really fun. Trying to think of the time. It's really cool seeing how that all takes place around this whole Operation Cinder kind of thing, which that Bill Burr was talking about. So that's pretty cool. And then I believe they flash forward a bunch, but like now, like after watching that, I'm already like pretty intrigued about the Ida Versio character, and I know that she's not alive anymore. Spoilers, but I'd love to see her pop up in some sort of live action thing. Whether it be Mandalorian.
She's going to be alive in this time frame because her daughter is an adult when she dies.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I haven't actually finished that campaign. I'm stuck on a spot. Oh, I don't care about the spoilers of the game. Yeah, that's cool.
Spoilers.
Well, I haven't played either. I'm
stuck on a spot, dude, and I'm like, fuck, I can't get past it. It's hard.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool game. It's cool. It was kind of not fun killing rebels in the beginning. Kind of felt a little bad.
Yeah, I felt the same. Yeah.
I realized I knew that she was gonna turn eventually.
Dude, the character that plays her is
Yeah,
The
Shiva. Yeah.
So great, dude.
Shiva kamini soma kandaka. It's a
Right?
the League reference. If you haven't seen that, it's a very very funny show. But
God, dude, yeah.
I digest.
Hell yeah, man.
The
Fucking that would be really cool to see her pop up in some sort of way.
that's a good point too. Like who else could pop up that you'd like to see? Like
In
I
Mandalorian.
mean,
I'd like to see
not only
fully
just
blown
Mandalorian, but in
adult.
any of the shows. What were you saying?
Cal Kestis.
Calcast,
Yeah.
Right off the bat. Yeah, I think he could be at the temple with Luke. He could be. He's received actual training from the old temple days, and
For sure, man. And then
be able to
I
train
haven't
other Jedi as
I
well
haven't
with
finished the
Luke.
campaign on that game either, but it obviously ends in his favor. I'm fucking because he's the good guy.
Cal Katarn would be another one. I wouldn't mind seeing them bring Cal Katarn into live action.
yeah, that could be interesting.
Remind me who that is. Is that from the Fallen Order?
Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah, he's
We're talking
and he's been in
90s
games
Star Wars. Yeah, he's been in a few games and had some action figures, and he was basically a mix of Luke and Han,
Oh,
but
dope.
but one guy.
So call me crazy. The thing that I would love to see most out of anything, this is completely out of left field, but Hondo. I want to see live action Hondo. So bad. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I want the
Dude,
guy.
who
I
would
want
they get to play him?
Voice. That'd be great if they just had that dude play him. I don't know what that guy looks like in real life. The one that does his voice, but
I would say that's probably really likely to happen. That's a Disney, character, and Disney doesn't have a lot of, newer characters that they brought out that are super popular, and that one could sneak in easily enough.
I have a feeling if we see Hondo, he's probably going to show up in the Ahsoka show.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't think he fits as good in Mandalorian as he would in other shows.
No, they could totally he's a fucking pirate. He's a car salesman. He's whatever you need him to be.
Anywhere.
Yeah,
Maybe he'd be in some bar or something when he's looking for help. He's like, hey, I need a couple guys for a crew. And
hello, my friend.
Hit me up.
At your service.
That's a good call.
Pop up anywhere.
Hondo would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're out in the Tatooine desert and you walk past a rubble or a giant, boulder or something, and hello, my friend. I'm Hondo Onaka. How can I help you?
Remind me if did Cad Bane die in Clone Wars, or he was still alive, or did he die in a comic or something that I don't know about? Like Venture State.
So they did an animatic for season 7 of the Clone Wars, and it was one of the episodes that I don't know which episode it was actually a part of, but there's what's that?
Oh, sorry. Sweet figure.
Yeah. They had a shootout, Cad Bane and young Boba Fett.
Oh,
and
cool.
The dent, the blaster bolt dent in his helmet was supposed to be from Cad Bane.
Oh, cool.
So when they fought, young Boba was wearing the helmet and they both got their shots off. Cad Bane was killed in this animatic, and Boba gets knocked down and his helmet kind of flies off his head after he gets shot. And then
I've actually seen that.
Yeah, and then he gets up and picks up the helmet, and there's that dent that we all know. And
that's cool. I love when they do little shit like that.
Wonder why he's never patched that out.
But the thing about that is that it was never officially used. So potentially Cad Bane could still be out there.
Yeah, that would be. I would love to see that. Yeah, it'd be a good one. I honestly like any of the clones, like especially like they'll definitely, I'm sure, show some of them in the Ahsoka story. But like, I would love to see like a scene with her and Rex in the same scene. Like that would be like fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Especially since he's super old now.
Yeah. And he's a clone, so they had that accelerated aging.
Yeah.
So, like, we know he made it through Jedi. We don't know if he's still alive, but, hey, we know Tamura Morrison's going to be in a little bit of everything, so it's probably a safe bet.
Yeah.
He's gonna be Frank's Red Hot on everything.
But on that note, I'm thinking, how about another dab, boys?
Halftime.
This is the way.
Sure.
Do you guys think they'll announce anything tomorrow? New release or
I don't know. Is Mando Monday still a thing that's going on?
I think it's done, but they might surprise us. They might be like, "Oh yeah, here's Ahsoka."
There's one unannounced figure in the Ventress line, so that might be
when is that
tomorrow?
Tano Tuesday.
I love the Bad Batch figures.
Yeah,
I don't know, March.
No, they're May. May or June. No, they're June. Yeah, because Bo is June. So
yeah, and she's in that line, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a nice a good wave, man.
What did you send you sent something through about Sideshow revealing something soon about Ahsoka?
Yeah, they're gonna do a Sideshow Ahsoka any day now.
From Mando. Yeah, I'll be getting that for 100% sure.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah. It's already bought.
I'm still.
Do you have any other Sideshows?
I don't know. I don't have any of them. I have the Mandalorian. I have like 4 or 5 pre-ordered that I'm like 4. Yeah, 4. I have Mando and the Child, the deluxe edition that comes with all the shit. I have Anakin, Ahsoka, and Rex all pre-ordered, and I'm like, I'm really on the cusp about Maul. Like, I really want to get that fucking Maul.
Dude,
the one with the
one with the cage, yeah.
I know Hot Toys did a solo movie one. Is it like that, or is it like?
No, it's wait, is it? It's from the Clone Wars, right?
No, that's the solo Maul.
But they're just re-releasing it.
No, that's the solo Maul.
It's just
like the Sideshow one. The solo Maul.
Didn't they do a Clone Wars one where he's in like the little because the accessory is the that fucking pod that he was in.
Oh yeah. They put up a pre-order for that, but that's not.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like I want to pre-order that, but I haven't yet.
I think they did. Like, why does it seem like maybe they didn't?
They didn't put it. Oh, they definitely put a pre-order of it because they had the whole thing was like they were showing pictures of him in the little pod with there's a couple of these because they have these guys coming out too. A couple of these guys, and I draw the line at that. Like, I can't be troop building building Hot Toys, man.
Hot Toys.
I really would love
Hot
to
Toys
get
Cody looks. Oh my god, so good.
Yeah. It's the same.
I mean,
I can't wait to get Cody. I can't wait to get Cody and I didn't get Obi-Wan, which is shitty. I meant Black Series. I can't get Cody in the Black Series, but I'm excited to get Cody in the Black Series, but I'm not going to get him in the Hot Toys. And I also need to get an Obi-Wan. But I really want to do like a picture of Cody like turning on Obi-Wan. Like,
Get a picture of them like
Seems
running
like
into each other at like a bar or something.
the guys that do that Six Tail stuff, it's either like more guys seem to like Hot Toys than Sideshow, I've noticed. And if they do a lot of Hot Toys, they might have a few Sideshow, but I don't know. Hot Toys seems like
Hot
it's more
Toys is
popular.
Sideshow, isn't it?
I mean,
Is it
they're
the same thing?
they're pretty much the same thing. Like they're not officially, but they're pretty much like same level of quality, same everything.
So I have like an envelope. I do when I have like an envelope that I set aside, and every week I put money into it. So I have one envelope that says Hot Toys, and I have one that says like I have one that says like Fans Toys Phoenix. You know, and then every week I put a little bit of here, a little bit of here and that, and then once I have the whole price, you know, paid for, then I seal it, and then when it comes out, I take it to the bank and pay for it. So that's why I have a Hot Toys one, and that's by far my most expensive one because there's like 4 of them on there. It's like $1,200 fucking worth of. Because the Anakin one is the one with the stepper, and I'm just like, you know what? You only live once, and they're really expensive. But if you think about it in a way where I'm just throwing $20 into an envelope every week, that'll build up very quickly, and then I'll be able to pay for it. Yeah. So I actually have the Mandalorian one paid. I didn't physically pay for it, but I have all the money. And I have like half the next one paid for. So, Rex. So that's really cool. Eventually, because you can pay for all those up front. So eventually, one of these days, I'll take that money to the bank and then pay for them up front.
Like, just imagine for a minute that all of us, not you, Wayne, were making the kind of money to army build Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Like, how stupid would that be? Like,
I think Hot Toys money is kind of it's difficult. Like even if you got it to spend,
it's insane.
Difficult, but it's got to be the same. I mean, if guys were to look at my collection, they'd probably say the same thing. Like it's insane the amount of stuff that you have, but even at $20 a figure. But when you start getting that many Hot Toys, it's thousands and thousands and thousands, isn't it?
That's why I haven't bought them all yet. I haven't bought them all because I still am like holding out to the point where I'm like, all right, I was gonna get the Mando, and that's fine. And then and then when Anakin, and then when they showed Rex, and so I'm like, all right, well, you know, I have to get the Ahsoka, obviously, and then I have to get the Rex to go with the Ahsoka, and then I have to get the Anakin to go with the Rex, and then I'm like, I really need them all to fight Ahsoka, but I'm like, I don't know. Because if they do another, obviously they're going to do another Ahsoka, and I'll definitely be getting that. So if I'm getting that and the mall, but I don't know. Here's
the advice that I was given by Matt Haywood from the Star Wars Time Show.
Yeah.
He was like, if you haven't popped your Hot Toys cherry, don't.
Well, it's too late. I already did. I already put up the the down payments for all of them. I'm not getting that back, so I think I'll be able to stop myself. Besides,
I don't.
But all right, so here's the thing. Like I said, like whatever. I only live once. You only live once, and collecting toys is the most thing that brings happiness in my life. So that's as far as me now, but like I don't have a wife, kids, stuff like that. So I have disposable money, and I'm also saving money. So I feel like I'm being responsible enough where I can treat myself. I mean, fuck,
you can.
I just spent all that ridiculous money on those lightsabers.
Yeah,
I cannot fucking wait for them to get here, man. Was something going on with Chris before he popped out, or?
I don't know. He just disappeared. I wonder if like his battery died or something, because he hasn't messaged. He hasn't said anything.
So I don't know, man. I think that things changed a little bit because of him having the Darksaber enough to where the Razor Crest getting destroyed was kind of necessary. I've kind of gone around and around about it. If he was just going to be in that bounty hunter life, or just, he would obviously need another ship, but he's obviously becoming way more important. He doesn't need to lug his old ship around. So kind of for plot development, it might as well have gone. And I think that's okay. He's not going to, I've changed my idea about him getting another ship. I don't think he's going to get another ship. I think the command vessel that they're on is just kind of where he's going to be.
That could totally be.
Or there might be just a ship in there somewhere that he just gets in and takes off and he's in. I could be totally wrong. But because he goes from, his role as a dad and on a quest to, all of a sudden now he's Mandalore. So...
Plus, on top of that, he just got a big. Well, probably by the time we see him next. Welcome back, Chris.
All right,
there he is.
Made it back.
Man, I was just messaging Chris, and as I was doing that, I accidentally opened up Instagram, and then the first thing that popped up was your Luke picture, and that fucking picture is so good, man. I want to use that for the screen cap.
Yeah,
for this one. Yeah.
My Wi-Fi went out.
Oh shit.
I don't know what the heck's going on, but now I'm using my cellular data.
Oh well, we're gonna be done with this pretty much. We're just bullshitting anyway at this point.
All he's gonna be like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if that's the thing, anyway, like I don't know if anybody else has any like crazy shit that they want to add, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
I loved the Razor Crest. Rest in peace. Like I said, I don't think it's necessary for season 3 for it to exist. So I guess that's why they blew it up. I'm glad I got the toy. Still, I don't regret.
Wayne, I like to think that they're gonna surprise you with something. They'll give him a new Razor Crest, or somebody will build one for him or something. Or
that was the next thing I was actually going to point out, was that he is also getting paid out fat by the New Republic for turning in Gideon.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
So he could just be like, "Oh, I have the money to get a brand new Razor Crest,
fucking gold plated."
Yeah, 100%.
Buys Slave One from Boba.
Yeah, his new shift knob is made out of diamond.
I don't think he'll be taking
that.
Yeah,
Boba Fett's gonna need. He's gonna need that ship for his show.
Wasn't there something? Did he was there a line though where he said that he would kind of forego the payment for that? The thing from Moff Gideon.
No.
Okay.
He did say
they made it a point to say that they would cash in triple or something for being alive.
Yeah, because he'd be able to give up more information.
Yeah.
And that, that even adds more on top of it to the fact that, like, Gideon tried to kill himself once he realized it wasn't just a Jedi, but it was the Jedi. And like the reason those dark troopers turned on the way they did is because that his X-wing has to be like tagged or something, like that is basically this is the guy who destroyed our Lord and Savior and Darth Vader as well, and the second Death Star and the first Death Star. This guy's the root cause of all evil. If he is on sight, shoot to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they probably.
I got to figure that
as soon as
the fear in Gideon
up,
was
radars went off. Yeah, like, oh shit.
Yeah, like the fear, like, and hands, like, just amazing work by Giancarlo Esposito. Like, he made that whole ending, the fear on his face, in his eyes, all of it.
It went from being all cocky and stuff with a little smirk, dude, to just instant like
straight up Starscream.
Was it you?
Well, he unloads on Bo-Katan and can't get through her armor, and then tries to unload on the kid, and then tries to unload on himself. Like, he's desperate.
Dude, I actually thought
he's gonna kick with me.
Actually, it looked like she went down, like he hit her in the spots where she was armored.
I honestly, for a split second, thought. Yeah, I thought for a second maybe she had taken some damage in that shot, and then later you just see her standing there like it's no biggie. But
yeah, like she just went down to the force of the blast or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
but like it's such good stuff. Like they really nailed the fuck out of it. And one other thing I came to realize, and just a quick point, is that like um if they get, say they sign Sebastian Stan, even though he doesn't sound like Mark Hamill, he kind of looks like him, and with the right
Yeah.
wig or whatever, he could totally be Luke. Um, I don't care if it isn't him. I would just rather they find somebody, cast them to play the part, who can do the cadences, and like not necessarily, he doesn't have to be a direct clone copy of young Mark Hamill or anything like that. But as long as it's this person and this is Luke Skywalker,
And you could tell it's Luke. Yeah.
yeah, I'm cool with
Like you
it.
could feel that it's Luke. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it at this point, like, because they slapped Mark Hamill's name on Luke for that episode, but it was like Mark Hamill and two other dudes
Yeah.
playing Luke. So
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian
Deep fake.
Stan has his haircut short in
you know,
Falcon and Winter Soldier, that photo that went out.
Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. So
So
I mean, they could
short to wear a
slap.
Luke wig.
Yep,
All right. I
That'd be
think we
tight.
can.
Because he looks just like him. Fuck.
he does. Yeah, he looks awful lot like him.
I think we
And I
can.
mean, that was actually kind of fan casting in the same way that Rosario was for Ahsoka.
Dude,
Yeah.
I know. It was like the memers, dude, the Star Wars memers.
Yeah,
Made it
that's
happen.
actually that's where it came from, wasn't it? Like somebody just like
Very
slapped Mark
much, dude.
Hamill's hair.
Yes.
I feel like
Onto his
she said
face.
something. She said something about doing it too.
Like
She
she
did.
was,
Yeah, she said something and it blew up. Yeah.
she was asked though. Like somebody sent her a tweet and said, "Hey, how would you feel about playing Ahsoka in the Clone Wars?" And
Oh,
like
okay.
she replied, of course I'd love to do it. I love Ahsoka. I love the Clone Wars. I love Star Wars and all that."
Me
And
too.
on top of the
Yeah,
fact
same.
she went to like acting school with Hayden Christensen, so like they had
Yeah.
pictures of the two of them together and stuff. So it's pretty cool. We're gonna see some flashbacks where she's playing Ahsoka and he's
Yeah.
playing Anakin, and they're gonna be together. Like I
Not-
can't
I'm not
wait.
ready. I'm not ready for that. I'm not
Attachments are
emotionally
forbidden.
ready. I'm ready
It's
for
coming.
that yet.
Kyle,
Not that-
prepare.
I'd be more ready for that than I would be for the live action battle they had in the Rebels episode. That was intense animated, like a live action high
Yeah.
definition version of that would
That-
be rough.
That would be pretty amazing.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to get a therapist a couple weeks out of that show. But yeah, guys, I think we can wrap this up. I don't want to cost Chris an arm and a leg just to do this if he's on a cellular data here.
Well, we were
But,
just talking about Anakin, so
Yeah.
On Annie.
So what we're gonna do from here on out, because we talked about it a little bit last week, but we're gonna keep this rolling, and we're gonna take next week off, and then come back the week after with with a toy show.
yeah,
It'll be heavily Star Wars. That'll be heavily Star Wars too. But
I'm
yeah,
sure.
I'm gonna take that 2 weeks to do like a rebranding of the channel. So I'll rename it. I'll get some sort of a logo up or something, and then I'll start sending, sharing it with other groups and stuff like that. And then we could all start, once I have that done, like in a week, then we can take the next week to all like do the whole like subscribe and share kind of deal, and see if we can get some subscribers. And keep this fun thing. And if not, we'll just keep doing this because I don't really care if anybody's watching. I just have fun doing this with you guys, to be honest.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
yeah.
Keep it up. I added Mandalorian to my profile on IG.
Nice. Okay.
Dude, I need to do that.
Yep.
Do,
Yeah, I'll do
do
it when I do all the things. Like I'll just do it all one day. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be the Mandalorian. That'll be the channel's name, and then we'll just keep doing episodes about mostly Star Wars, but also other shit. So there's a lot of nerd stuff coming down the pipe that we're all excited about, whether it be Marvel. I was watching fucking Infinity War today just because I hadn't seen a Marvel movie, and so I've been doing so much Star Wars shit. I was like, I'm gonna pop on Infinity War, even if it's only for like 40 minutes. Fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2020 was a good year for the stuff that came out. There was a lot of really good things that came out in 2020, especially Star Wars wise.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about the top 10 list that we got planned.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah.
I started to think about it today. I was like,
Yeah, same here.
I need to start I know
all you gotta do is put them in order. Yeah.
And that's the thing. I just gotta
ranking them as
the rest.
Yeah. But all right, everybody, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and thank you guys for hanging out with me. And have a nice day. This is the way I have spoken.
Pass that J.